shout out the people that are showing up and showing out on the Juice Show. You could be any place else this morning, but you are here with us. And we are so delighted that you are here sharing this time with us because you can be anywhere else. So let me shout you out. Go ahead and put in the chat where you are chiming in from. We want to know, like I always say, we nosy like that. Besides, we also want to let the people know that who you invited and you were invited, that you actually showed up and showed out. So we want to let them know that you attended and that you came to get the juice. So go ahead and put in the chat where you are chiming in from so I can definitely call you out. I know I'm not by myself out here. So go ahead and chime in. But we definitely want to let you know that we absolutely enjoy doing this show every single week, week in and week out. And we're giving you the information that we wish we had had around the dinner table, talking about finances and real estate, and even a little sneak in of personal development, because that's just how we roll. You never know what you're going to discover about yourself and other people, especially being around like minded people as well. So let me go ahead and shout you out. Put your where you're chiming in from in the chat because we definitely appreciate it. We got Alvin Howard calling chiming in. Good morning, Alvin from Cincinnati, Ohio. Thank you, Alvin. Welcome. Who else is out there? Valerie. She says, from the family of Nashville, Tennessee. Absolutely. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, I'm telling you, I'm sure you get all the time of the accent. I would not do that to you, Valerie, I promise. Who else is out there chiming in? We definitely want to know so we can shout you out. And ever so grateful. You know it, Valerie. Ever so grateful for you all to be here with us on this Sunday. And let us know who else is out there as you're joining in, waking up, opening up those eyes, and maybe getting your morning coffee or looking at that last minute email or last minute text message. Yes, indeed. Who else is out there? Let us know. So, this Sunday, of all Sundays, is a special one. And I'm going to leave that up to the ones that are out there going to say why it's special. But in any regards, I am happy to be a part of this group. It is always something going on behind the scenes, and usually 9 times out of 10, it is hilarious. So, as they say, what happens behind the scenes on the Juice Show stays behind the scenes on the Juice Show. Who else is out there? Come on in. Let me shout you out. Even if you don't put your name in, or not your name, but if you don't put where you're chiming in from the chat, I'm still going to shout you out anyway. So let's get introduced to this video that we love to share. Behind the scenes Juice Crew, take it away. Feel like dancing? Go for it. Yes, we're looking for the sound so we can hear it and dance to it as well. Absolutely. Maybe it's just me not being able to hear the sound, but hey, the visuals are just as good. Absolutely. All right, all right. Glad you all are here enjoying our video.
Sorry, y'all. Just killed it, y'all.
Uh-oh, you on mute, LaShawn.
All right. Enjoy that video every single time, dancing to it. So, without further ado, I'm going to introduce to you the Juice Crew. We got James, we got Bobby, we got Jerry, we got Taretha. We got people behind the scenes that you just don't see on a regular basis in Chauncey Gray. So, without further ado, take it away, guys.
All right, Jerry's on mute again.
On mute. Sorry, yo. Sorry, yo.
Yeah, Bobby, don't mute Jerry. Stop that.
Hey, y'all. Welcome in. Welcome into the Juice Show. Today, y'all, is very, very special, y'all. We just want to welcome everybody today, right? We are thrilled to introduce a truly inspiring guest, right? Someone who has turned her personal challenges into a powerful mission to help others achieve financial freedom, right? LaShawn is a passionate advocate for financial education, right, and real estate investing. After experience After experiencing a foreclosure in her world firsthand, she made it her personal goal to help seek out others that are faced with the same challenge to help them navigate and avoid similar hardships. Since joining the community, she has been dedicated to mastering strategies such as accelerated debt reduction. We call that velocity banking, right? Improving credit scores, improving our credit scores, and creating smarter real estate investments, right? Beyond her work in real estate, LaShawn is a dynamic individual who brings energy, passion to everyone she does business with. When she's not helping others build passive income and reach their financial goals, you might find her ballroom dancing, scuba diving, playing the Robert Kiyosaki's cash flow game, and traveling the world. Her dedication to continuous learning and empowering others to make an incredible guest will make an incredible guest on today's show. So get ready for an insightful and motivating conversation with our very own LaShawn Austin. Y'all, welcome her in, y'all. Welcome, welcome.
Hi, everybody. Oh my gosh, this has been a long road to this. Yeah.
So how you feeling, LaShawn? How you feeling? How's
I'm feeling the love and support. Absolutely. It's taken me long enough. Trust and believe I've come up with all kinds of ways to tiptoe backwards. And it's just not gonna happen. So I am here to rip off the band-aid and cross this off my goal list for the year of 2025. I said it at the beginning of the year and I gotta stick to it. So
That's
I am
it.
definitely here. So thank you for having me as a guest on here. After all the other people have gone before me, I feel so privileged.
Sweet. And I kind of left out a lot in terms of your edification because I wanted to ask you about it, right? And I wanted you to share with people about, how you have kind of built your community presence, within the community. And so um share with us a little bit about your background and what led you ultimately to thinking about doing some real estate or getting involved in real estate.
Wow, my background. How much time we have? No, I'm just kidding. My background consists of, in my memories, strong women. My grandmother, my mother, being trailblazers of, not accepting what was handed to them, but making their life their own. And so I feel very empowered by them, even though they're no longer with me, as well. And I feel like they're with me all the time, every single day. So I have a strong presence with them as well. So with my background, I was raised by a single mom that basically felt like what she wanted to do and what her passion was to have a daycare center in the south side of Chicago. And that's not, easy to do, but she had the support, or she used to seek the support, and she went and got the education so that she could do that for herself. And I was a part of that, not necessarily the business, but just being there and seeing it all come to life and happening and being able to remember that. My part of real estate is I was married, and my husband and I, we ended up purchasing a home. I would say our fifth or sixth home because we moved, and he wasn't part of the, the any type of military. It was just that he took jobs and that he saw, hey, if this is not working for me, let me promote myself. So he would move on to other companies. And the last property that we purchased was here in the suburbs of Chicago. So what happened was he ended up developing brain cancer, and he passed away. And so I found myself in this beautiful home, and that I told myself was my dream home that I was going to keep. But unfortunately, I wasn't working at the time because we were in the process of thinking we were going to move to the headquarters of the company. And then he ended up developing brain cancer. So in my mind, I went ahead and took whatever resources I had. And at the time, looking at Google and thinking, what is my options for dealing with not being able to, afford the mortgage? And I found myself facing a foreclosure. So I told myself, okay, what is my timeline? How much time do I have? I also seeked out an attorney that would prolong it to about 2 or 3 years. And at the time that the foreclosure happened, I did not know that I was going to be, negotiating, the terms of the foreclosure. I just knew what I had to deal with. So the day came that I came home one day and the locks were changed. And it was very unsettling to think someone had changed the locks. So I was upset. I didn't have time to be, crying or anything. So I went down to Home Depot. I got locks. I got double key entry locks, so that if you're gonna get in to my place, you have to have the key. No, I'm not mechanically inclined to some extent, but I figured it out and I changed the locks again. So
Nice.
I was able to get in. I found out recently that that's illegal, but at the time I did not know. So, and then I called the people that did this and I said, look, I understand the situation I'm in. I'm not going to trash the place. I just want to get my belongings and leave. And so I ended up, getting my belongings arranged to, move out. Unbeknownst to me, I had literally negotiated cash for keys. And for you that don't know what cash for keys is basically you're going to get cash and turn over the keys to the property to, back to the bank so that they can go ahead and, do their process. So yeah, that's another story of how I got my things out and all the support I got from doing that. But I did I did find a place that I absolutely love. It was the third choice. I was thinking it was going to be the first. And had I known that I was negotiating cash for keys, I would have negotiated more, but didn't know. So I ended up, moving out. From that point forward, I felt like, to see your things being moved out and to go through that process. And yes, it went back to the bank. They did auction it. Yes, I went to the auction. I just wanted to know the process. I was curious. I didn't say I was the owner of the property. I just wanted to attend. And it was like in a doctor's office, believe it or not. And they just named off the addresses and whoever bid on it, and it went to them. So at least I know where it went to. And then I've even had it notify me via email through Zillow, any changes that happened on the house. Not that I wanted to do anything. I was just, once again, curious. But like I said, I never wanted to be in this situation ever again. And being a widow and having lost my home on top of losing my husband, I I went ahead and said, I need to find the education so that I never go through this again. And if I can help other people avoid this as well, I will. So I seeked out going to different guru events, and I came across one twice, 2 years back to back. But I didn't feel comfortable with them because they weren't there day in and day out. They would come in, they would do their presentation, they were gone. And I felt like I wanted more support than just that. I didn't want an 800 number. So I ended up going to one of the guru events, the 3-day boot camps that they, share with you. And I ended up meeting someone that was from the community that was there, and they invited me to come to their presentation. And so I went ahead and went to the presentation. I enjoyed what I heard, but I am an intellectual, so I wanted more information. And so I went to one of the cash flow games, and I enjoyed it. I just immersed myself in it, and I was just so thirsty for it. I was like, when are you going to have it again? Um, Once again, that's another story, but I ended up eventually joining, and that's how I found this community, was
Awesome.
through going through a guru event.
Awesome. Last question, because I want to direct you down that path. So I hear that, your challenge that you faced in terms of what you were facing in terms of your foreclosure and moving out inspired you to want to help others, right? And so one of the ways that you, like you mentioned, the cash flow game is one of the ways that you help people to see what they're doing. So can you talk to us a little bit more about um, the thing about cash flow that really kind of forces you to, I guess, want to train in that area or help people. So how does the cash flow game fit into this scenario?
Okay, so the cash flow game, I think sometimes people are more apt to want to play it because they don't feel like they're going to be pitched anything. They're going to just play a game. But the cash flow game is so much more than that. I have used it to invite people. And when you're playing the game, I tell people, play this as if this is your actual life and your money, and you're the only one that makes the decisions. There's no right or wrong about the answer. It's all about your preference. So people are playing this game and they're learning how they can generate income. They're learning what they can do with that income. And then they realize that once they generate more income, they can create the life or design the life that they want. It shows you how to purchase stocks. If you cash them in, what you could do with that money. It shows you how you invest in real estate, and investing in real estate, what you can do with that real estate. You can stay where you are, meaning the level of whether it's a single home or multi-unit or commercial. And then just roll that into even more so that you're generating more income. Some people want to, wake up and they make money in their sleep. And some people want to be able to be hands on sweat equity, which means they want to work on the property and they want to make it their own and then maybe turn around and sell it or hold it. And it also teaches you how you don't even have to buy it. You can just generate income from just leasing it. I mean, all of us, I believe this wholeheartedly, that if you are paying rent or paying the mortgage, you are already investing in real estate.
Yeah, you're right. Spot on with that. I actually got the chance to attend one of your cash flow games for the first time. It was really fun. I really liked it. And it's like it really hit on your drives. If you're a direct, if you're an executive, you want to win so bad, right? If you're intellectual, you got to sit there and make all those decisions and stuff like it. But it's a cool way to learn or like a step into getting to investing. And even, people like we got community members like Sam whose daughter is also playing cash flow games. So it's even for the kids too. So I like that you do the cash flow game. So
Yeah,
I
I just wanted to add to that real quick. At
yeah,
the end of it, people are going through emotions because some of them go bankrupt, some of them have money that they never even imagined. And I say to them, if you think this is fun, imagine doing this in real life. And then that's when I share with them how they can get the education if they feel so desired to have it, and also where they can get the support to do it. So there's no excuses. It can be done. Go back to you, James.
right, definitely it can be done. Many of us started with no real estate background, maybe no help and support before we came into the community, but and then found out we got education and we got tons of support. So I was telling you, I like this title that you chose and you helped come up with this title. It's called Transforming Challenges into Opportunities, Becoming Better Investor in Real Estate. So what does that mean to you when you say transforming challenges into opportunities, becoming a better investor?
What that means to me is, the challenges that I faced when my husband passed away, because in my mind I was going to be able to stay in this house and live the life that I wanted to live. But unbeknownst to me, I misread the letter of my income that was going to happen going forward. And so I found myself going, okay, I can't afford this mortgage. What am I going to do? And so I turned to the resources that I knew. And I was thinking of, taking the property, because if you can imagine this property is over 3,200 square feet. It is a 5 bedroom, 4 bathroom, 3 car garage house. So in my mind, I could either live upstairs and rent out the basement, or I can live downstairs and rent up the upstairs. But just not knowing, the knowledge of not knowing how to do that, or having the support of people that I trust, because that was the biggest thing. I had the idea, but I just didn't know who to trust, who to go to do this. And so, it went into a foreclosure, because believe it or not, facing the foreclosure, there are 7 other options other than giving it back to the bank. I just didn't know that until I came to this community. So that was a challenge. What am I going to do with this property? Where am I going to live? How am I going to generate income? Well, I know that I'm savvy enough to get another job. So that, in itself, but I also had faith as well. And what I mean by that is I was part of a church. They gave me not only the money I needed to move into my new place, but gave me more money than I asked for. Which I'm telling you, there's just story after story of testimony. But my idea of a challenge was those things. I'm losing my home. Where am I going to live? And I need to generate income. So then that's the challenges that I face. And so, what I mean by opportunity is that I found this community, and I was like learning things that I didn't even know were possible. I don't know how many times I've heard people say, you're leaving extra money on the table. And that's for the experienced investors. They just didn't know it because there's so many options out there. So I took what I only knew. And when I joined this community, I look back on how I could have done my challenges differently, but I'm crying over spilt milk. So what I'm saying is those challenges that I did have, but the opportunities were so much more, because of being part of this community. Like I said, I can share this with other people so that they don't have to face this as well. But how do I share that? Well, the cash flow game. It's like what got my attention, I could share that with other people and get their attention as well. And have fun with the game, but then also realizing that aside from just a game, you could transfer that game into your real life and make it happen. So that's what I mean by taking my challenges and transforming it into opportunities. I help myself as well as I can help others.
Yeah, no, I get that. I think in life, life is just like a accumulation of a lot of challenges. And those challenges, once we face it, can create opportunities. And I believe you went through what you went through to push you and get you where you're going now. Because without that happening, you probably say, where will I be today? And you're here where you want to be today. And you're educating yourself on how to build wealth, and you're doing that with the support that you want. So it seems like you found it seemed like the challenge really also had you seeking a solution in which you found that.
Correct. Absolutely. And then it also gave me more of a getting out of my comfort zone, because once I feel comfortable, I'm going to stay there. Good luck trying to pull me out. But that's not the case with this support. The support of the people in the community, they want you to grow. They want you to go beyond where you are. And even if you have dreams, they want them to help you come true. There is no competition. I kid you not. People are here to just collaborate and help you get to where you want to go, because it's not about them. It's about you individually, what you're wanting out of life. And so for me, after over a decade and a half, I started dreaming again of the possibilities of things that I wanted to do. Um, and so it's just a lot more fun to think, man, I could actually do that. And it's possible. It's not just a dream that's going to sit on the shelf and not go anywhere.
That's beautiful, LaShawn. That is beautiful. With that said, sitting here listening to a couple of the questions I had get taken from me, so I had to come up with some other ones. So, how long have you been in the community?
Oh my goodness. I have been in the community since November of 2016. And the reason why I say November is because November, December is when I start to reflect on what have I done for the year, where do I want to go, things like that. So when I joined the community, to me, it was like a college or school. So for 2 months, I'm sitting there thinking, okay, let's get started. But then I realized that I was paying on my education and I wasn't taking advantage of the opportunity I had to me. So then 2017, I was like, all right, let's get this ball rolling. I found myself enjoying the marketing side. And what I mean by that is sharing with other people this community, the education, the sneaking of the little personal development that you're not even aware of. And next thing you know, I'm helping other people and they're joining, and I'm playing the cash flow game and sharing it with them as well as talking to people. So I found myself marketing. Now, I'm not into sales, but no matter what we say, if we don't like sales, we're always selling ourselves from the time we wake up and walk out that door till we get back home again. How we dress, how we speak, how we treat people, how we carry ourselves, even opening our mouths, just a few words that we say, people start to make judgments on us, whether they're good or bad or indifferent. So for me, that's what I ended up doing with the community, was basically saying, you know what, let me go ahead and share this. And I found myself in the marketing as well. And it was fun because to see somebody else light up from what they can do is inspiring to me. And so I sat there and I've been here for a while. But then people that I brought in or people that started before me, I'm seeing them do real estate and I'm like, oh gosh, I want to do real estate too. But finding out what type of real estate I want to do, that's where I get stuck because it is so easy every single month that this community shows us so many different strategies that, every single month I'm like, ooh, I like that strategy. And we sort of call that behind the scenes the shiny object syndrome, which is you constantly changing your mind. But it only works if you pick one and stick with it and immerse yourself in it and learn it. And then you can do all the other strategies as well, but constantly changing. So that's what I've been doing, is figuring out what my investor ID is, what I want to do, and then just immerse myself in education. So yes, I am definitely a product of the product. I don't claim to be the expert. I am right there along with you, learning as well, figuring out what I want to do and where I want to go from there.
Mm, beautiful. Yeah, and to be honest, I have that syndrome as well. Um, it's real easy to hear what other people are doing and be like, man, that's great. That's a good idea. And then you get immersed in that, or then you hear something else, then everything starts to sound good. So, with that said, everybody, to our guests on here, everything is good here. You just have to make a decision and pick one and stick with it to see what you're doing. Or, you can mix it up a little bit, depending on what the property offers. So, with that said, you said 2016, November of 2016. All
Right.
right. So, in that time, what is some valuable information that you have picked up that that really sticks with you and that you like to share with people while you're marketing?
Well, it started with the person that used to be a part of the community, and she's no longer with us. Her name was Donna Lee, and I miss her. Every Sunday, we would get on Zoom, not just me and I, but anyone that wanted to learn about how to find off market properties. And it's a software that's part of the community. So, she said something that stuck with me till this day. Find something that you can do and just do it and enjoy it while you're doing it. So I found myself going, okay, I can be a part of this community by showing up. At the time, it was more in person. So I would show up and I would greet people that are coming to the physical location of the community here in Chicago. And then I was like, man, I like being a greeter. Okay, what do I want to do next? Hey, let me check people in as they're coming in. I was enjoying that. Treating this as my business. Not that it is, but this is where I learned, putting on events, what really is involved behind the scenes and putting on the event. There's so many different moving parts. I've also learned sweat equity, which is actually working on a property. Yes, I was on my hands and knees, stripping floors and, also cleaning up. I mean, working on an older home. And I, never thought I would be doing that, but it gave me more of an appreciation for the people that do that work and to treat them with respect and also to pay them a fair wage and also to not take advantage of the fact that, oh, yeah, that's just the norm. Because I always think about the things that I don't do in life, meaning the professions or the things that I don't want to do, somebody else has to do it or somebody else is doing it. If you think about the garbage, what would happen if nobody wanted to collect garbage or if no one wanted to be a nurse? Where would we be in this world? So it gave me more of an appreciation. From there, one of our PAC members, as we call them, that are part of the PAC team in our community, they do a call 4 times a week. And so I would join the call and I would listen in. And, there was someone that was greeting, but it wasn't consistent because, this is all volunteer. And I found myself going, wait a minute, I do have a W-2 job, but I do have a lunch hour. I can use my lunch hour to greet people onto the call. I can give them the call number. I did that for over 1,000 calls. If you think about 1,000 4 times a week, how many weeks or how many years that turns into. And I enjoy doing that. I got to learn more about the people in the community. And when I'm talking about community, I'm talking about nationwide. We're talking from West Coast to East Coast. So that's a lot of people. I also learned how to, be able to talk to people a little bit more comfortably and speak with them and also learn about different strategies and also learn about the way that they attend things. And I've also attended other community members. I'm in Chicago, but like I said, it's nationwide community. So, you have people on the West Coast, all the way on the East Coast, and I'm a part of their community just because I like what they're doing and, what they're doing with it. There's so many different ways to plug yourself in. And so I found myself going, let me plug myself in. The cash flow game, I can't say enough about that. And it will be coming back. I will be letting you know within the next 2 months, but I truly enjoy the cash flow game because it speaks to my heart about having fun, and while you're having fun, you're learning, and being able to take that learning and turn it into reality is huge for me. So I've been able to make my own little niche, as well as grow in figuring out, because I'm still trying to figure out what my investor ideas and what I want to do and how I want to get there. But I also want to share with other people and bring them along the way as well.
So I can come to you uh, with the board game, and you can help me out and help me set it up, basically, because we plan on having a cash flow game night here soon, on a
Yes.
consistent basis. So I could reach out to LaShawn Austin, and she can direct me from how it should be set up and everything like that to get it going.
Yes, I've had people over in New Mexico that have said, "Hey, we're having a cash flow game," and they're actually having a board game, but they
Mhm.
bring me in through the Zoom, and we're playing, and they're learning. They're learning how to play the game, but they're also learning how to share with other people as well. And then I have been able to be gifted a board game, and so I took that and in my own neck of the woods, picked a day out of the week that I play the game and share with the community that I live in, and then also do it online. So yeah, I absolutely enjoyed this game so much I had to stop playing it because I got addicted. I was playing till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, I gotta go to work. Let me stop doing this. So I get my fix once a week. If I play by myself or with other people throughout the whole world, because that's an option, or people that you choose to play with. So absolutely, Bobby, I got you.
Nice. So it sounds like you got plans to bring the cash flow game back to the forefront as your way of showing the support to the community. right? And I just want
Yes.
to kind of go back and reiterate what you just said. You said you've done over 1,000 calls with Bob Tierney. So hearing the conversations, being able to hear how to speak to sellers and all of the different things that you've heard, but that you've taken hold to in those conversations and those thousands of calls. I think Bob Tierney is on call number 2,000 and something. So he's been
Yes.
doing it for a while. And so for you to just kind of like step up and be a part of that, it really it shows of who you are, right? And then secondly, we have a nationwide property tour that and just to let you know, we got a couple of celebrities on Facebook watching you right now. Scott Buckles, Greg Kimball. We got a couple of people that's on Facebook right now, kind of shouting you out, hearing your story, right? You've done with Scott Buckles. Oh, I don't know, co-hosted a whole bunch of property tours across the nation. That's really truly big. The people that you have inspired to get onto that call, that you have helped get into real estate investing, right? So
Yes.
that's a big thing, right? Then what you have done for us as the Juice, one of the Juice crew, right? Being a part of this thing and helping us grow because um, quite frankly, I sucked at talking to people, bringing people out. So your addition to the Juice Show has really truly taken us to the next level as well. So we are, forever thankful and grateful to have you a part of this team as well, right? So what you are doing and what you are accomplishing in your world is truly big. And for the people who aren't saying it to you, just know that they are watching and they are growing and they are learning, right? We, like Jay said, we call you the voice. You are the voice. And so um, we have the QR code on our screen, y'all. This QR code is, I guess I'm gonna ask you a little bit more about. She has a ebook that's coming out, and so give us the name of that ebook, what is it going to do? What is inspiring people? What is it all about? Share.
The ebook is about, once again, transforming your challenges into opportunities. And so I've learned, as they're calling me the voice, that, man, I could do voiceovers. And I had thought about that before, but, once again, it's just my idea, alone. But I've had other people, say the same thing over and over again about my voice. And thank you. I take so much pride and privilege of you giving me that opportunity and also saying that. All I do is speak. I have no idea how that comes across, but I've been told it's calming, it's soothing. So voiceover. So I'm thinking, you know what? Anyone that has a presentation of anything that they want, I can be the voice for that. If you have an ebook, like the one I'm talking about, and you want someone to read that for you, I can be that voice to do the audio for you as well. Immerse myself into commercials. I mean, voiceover is a wide spectrum of things to do. Aside from that, in regards to real estate, becoming a better investor in real estate. And what I mean by that is, yes, we all have an idea of what that looks like, but if you're able to save money and also make things better in regards to an investor, saving money, finding off market properties, helping people with their real estate challenges. There's nothing wrong with brokers and realtors that are selling the property, but I want to be able to help people that are solving their real estate challenges, just like mine. I had a foreclosure. And if I had known I had 7 other options, things would have turned out differently. So just being a better investor through the knowledge and also through the support, because those are huge. And then the last thing is I love to travel. So there's a travel business that I also do as well. And being able to say, hey, you can travel in all parts of the world that you want, being able to see them as you want to see them on your own terms and make your own travel plans. So those are the three things. As well as the cash flow game, being able to show people that you can do what is in the game. It is possible. Start out by having fun, so that you're not actually spending your money, but you're seeing how you can do that, and then transforming that game into your designed life as you wish to have it.
So is the ebook out now or is it coming
It's
out?
not,
When is it?
it's not out now, but what's happening is I will be selling the ebook at full price, but right now you can get in and, at 24.95 and be able to pre-order the book so that you're saving yourself, half price ahead of time.
Nice.
Nice. And as a intellectual validator, I know one of the things LaShawn, I see LaShawn on a couple of different events, and she always pouring into learning, right? She always learning. And so into learning, you had 3 classes that you want to share with us that you really got a lot out of. And so we'll just transition to that. And you can tell us what you got out of these 3 classes, how they benefited you in your real estate journey.
Okay, so one of the classes is Investor ID, um, by one of our instructors, Jay Nasty. And I love this class because you think it's going to be all about real estate, and it is, but in the very beginning, you're finding out, what type of life you want to have. You find out who you want to be in this world, and you also find out what you want to do. So when you think about that, you think about what's going to support that. And that's where the real estate comes into. It's like, what type of investor do you want to be to support the lifestyle you want? And I'll give you a quick example. If you want to be the person that's hands-on, sweat equity, you want to get in there and fix things and make things better than the way you found them, you could do fix and flip. Or if you want to be hands off, but you want to hire other people to do the work, you can too. But that's more being either on site or not necessarily. You could be on site or you can be in another state, but you still have to plug in on a regular basis, and making sure that things go accordingly because you don't want to drop the ball or miss anything. And there's nothing wrong with that. And then there's other people that's like, hey, look, I want to be able to just travel. I want to live the life I want. I don't want to have to plug in and day out. I just want to create things and then, plug in every so often and make that happen. And that could be notes. And so to give you some idea, you're creating money out of thin air. That's all I'm going to say about notes. You want to find out more? Plug into the community or plug into the introduction to find out what that's about. So there's a wide spectrum of what is the lifestyle you want to live, and then what real estate is going to support that. That's what Investor ID says to me. So for me, I have figured out how I want to do that, but I'm not going to share. I would like to be able to start just doing it and not talking about it. The second class is negotiations. And like I said earlier, I was negotiating and didn't even realize it. But there's so much involved in negotiating, from what you wear, how you carry yourself, how you speak. If you're sitting at a table, what position you're sitting at the table. If you're talking to someone, if you're actually listening, not just hearing someone, but actually listening to what they're saying and then reiterating back to them so that you let them know you heard them, and that, what do you want to do with what you're talking about, all the way to silence. I had to learn that silence can be golden. Sometimes it's kind of like, oh my God, it's silent. Somebody's got to say something. No, silence speaks volumes. Um, Nonverbal cues of body language speaks huge. It's just a matter of picking up on it. So there's so much more to negotiations, and it's not just in business. You can do this in your personal life as well. I mean, think about it. If you're dating or if you're married, you negotiated your relationship. Both parties did. And then last but not least, the drive communications. Finding out what someone is passionate about is huge, because if you find out what they're passionate about, they're going to want to talk about it more. They're going to want to share, and being able to make that a reality for that person. I'm sure a lot of you've heard, if you give somebody and help somebody get what they want, you're able to get what you want. And that is so true. I love to share and help other people. And I'm not looking for anything in return. But the challenges that I've had recently, in my life, people are popping up and being angels all around me. And I never knew that that was even possible. Wasn't looking for it. But if you put it out there, it will come back to you. It definitely will come back to you. So those 3 classes to me are huge to start with, but not to end with, because there's so many other classes just to build your foundation in life. Um, if you build the foundation solid, then you can add on the strategies of whatever you want to do to create the real estate you want. But if you don't have a solid foundation of, getting your finances in order, having your credit in order, making sure that your business is actually a business and not using your personal, is huge, because if you want to be treated like a business, you got to be one. So there's just so many different things, to be essential and make it truly happen, is real. So yeah.
Go ahead, Bobby, do your thing. But Scott Buckle says inspirational story. Hugs, LaShawn. Hugs, LaShawn.
Thank you.
LaShawn is known throughout the community because all the volunteer work that LaShawn does with no pay, just doing it because she's growing within, but she just has the she just have it in her to serve. And
Yes.
a lot of people with who become wealthy, they great at servant leadership. So all right, so
100%. 100%. I appreciate it. Hey, make some noise for LaShawn Austin, everybody. This is her story. We've been pushing, you know, to say that she is the final person on the Juice Crew show to be interviewed on here. And he did a wonderful job. I didn't know that it was that difficult by her, coming out sharing when she is I first heard LaShawn on a Bob Tierney call. This is a noon call or a 1 o'clock call that happens every day. So that's when I first heard her, so, and, there's a lot I didn't know about it. So I just want to thank LaShawn and, just for being who she is, sweet, caring, and just always there for you. So I appreciate that. So, all right, everybody, we're going to get into these slides right quick. Get out your phone if you are a guest. Please, you want to get this information and get with the person who invited you for some more information outside of this. All right. So every Sunday, 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern, you want to be right here on the Juice Show, where we will be bringing you the juice nonstop. What is the Juice Show? The Juice Show, we get on here, we interview different students and different people in the community so you can hear their background and story to let you know they're doing something amazing now, but they're just regular people like you and I, and what trials and tribulations they had to go through to get to where they are today. And we all have this community to thank. So we just want to give back to the community. You hear us say community a lot, it's a community of investors, or this is Renatus, and we're building real estate investors. So if this is something that you want to do and want to be a part of, hey, welcome in arms, open arms everywhere. All right. So come check us out. This is the schedule. Please look us up. If you see something on here you would like to be a part of, please let the person who invited you to get back to it so you can get on there, so you can check us out to see if this is a place you want to be. But if it involves real estate, business, or financial literacy, look no further. This is the one-stop shop. All right. Cool. Next at 11:30 with our very own, we have Mr. Jerry Ruffin. All right, he's going to giving you the introduction, all right, to who we are, what we do, and how you can get involved, all right? And if you're brand new, don't come here expecting that you're going to do a deal just by seeing this. This is just the introduction, all right? That's exactly what it is, to let you know, who we are across the country, what kind of real estate trainings there are that you can check out, and it's something for everybody, So if you want to, get your social, your Facebook on, or your different things like that, we got classes for that. If you want to learn how to do foreclosures, what LaShawn was speaking of, we got that too. How to communicate, everything across the board. So definitely come check us out as at 11:30 a.m. or Eastern, 10:30 a.m. Central. I said that right? Cool, cool. All right, moving on. All right, today, 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern. This is the mastermind trainings. All right. So get with the person who invited you, and maybe if you're lucky enough, we can get you on there. What is a mastermind training? All right. A mastermind training is people bring leads. And what I mean by leads is a property that they feel that they can do something with. So the mastermind has other investors showing you or asking you questions, making sure everything is straight, making sure everything is okay. And what I mean by that is, how'd you find the property? What do you plan on doing the property? Did you run the numbers? All right, these are the intricate things that might not seem sexy, but at the end, everything comes to a halt or comes to a close as far as what you can do with it, and make sure everything is all right. I's are dotted, T's are crossed, and they give you the thumbs up if you should pursue it, or no, this is not what you want to do. Go back to the start and begin again. All right. So that's today, 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern. All right. And this is the Juice Show Facebook podcast page. Make sure you like, follow, and review. If you are on Facebook, make sure you check us out. Please let us know how we're doing. And matter of fact, if you're new to this and you would like to see some past podcasts, this is where you can do it as well. Any suggestions from anybody in the community on who you would like to see on, what we could do better, because we're always looking to grow, always looking to grow. And once again, we are always looking to grow. So ask somebody that you know, or let us know any suggestions. Give us a thumbs up, and leave a nice review for us. And, maybe we could put that in the review section and we can high five about it later. Cool? All right. All right. All right. Right now we got deals of the community, immunity. All right. These are people that's taking action just from the classes, taking action from the classes, take action. Get with the community. See your name in bright lights. Please let us know if you're active, which a lot of people are. This is just say 0.3% of the people doing deals in this community. All right. So if you want to see your name in bright lights and give us a shout, we'll get your name up there. So, we just like to celebrate the people put in the work to get here. All right. So this is what it's all about. And you know, we love to have you and love to see your name up here. So let's take it away. Take it away.
So we got some couple of questions in the Facebook group.
Oh, okay.
And we got one that was came from was it I'm sorry y'all, I'm looking, I lost it. It was we got one person say, I want to get on y'all's show. Interesting. Shiny.
Come on. Be a part of the juice.
Well,
Absolutely.
it was just a comment. The comment was definitely could use angels to step in and support, having a community and people to uplift you or hold you up, promote you, and allow you to help is definitely the key. I keep hearing is needed. Send me some angels. That's Gene. Gene is in the chat. And Chelsea says, awesome story, LaShawn. Thank you for sharing your story. So there's people again that is appreciated. You got Esmeralda. These are all the people that you didn't share this community with and threw your arms around them and showed them love. So, like I said, keep doing what you do because it is truly, truly inspiring to people, right? It helps people to kind of grow, right? And get out of their own way. And so don't never think that your story isn't important, because it is. And so
Thank you.
and this was really truly a honor to be able to have you on the show. Y'all, the pre-orders, click that link. Y'all see the scan code, click that link, show her some love. Like I said, LaShawn, I appreciate everything that you do for us here at the Juice Show. And man, we look forward to the next 100 episodes, right? Because it's definitely going down. We ain't stopping. So thanks for coming on and sharing your story. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Of all the people that have come before me, I have enjoyed their stories as well. It's interesting to think that, when you think about your own story, you think, what have I done? What have, you feel like, what have you done? But if you look back at all the things that you've done, because people are telling you, it's like, wow, I didn't realize I had that much of touch out there with all the other different people. And the takeaway that I would love to give to everyone from my story is that where you are right now is not where you have to stay. You have to be. If you think that you want to do more and have more and be more, that's possible. Anybody and everybody can be a part of what they want, and there's no excuses. Even if someone, and we've said this, and this is no joke, if someone is homeless, they can be a success in this community because there is so much support, from all the other communities out there and the people, that it's like drinking from a fire hydrant. It's just so much. And so it's a matter of organizing it. There's so much education. People that are experienced investors find themselves going, I never knew that. I didn't know I was leaving money on the table, or being able to help someone situation and at the same time help them as well. So there's a lot to be given from this community, but we also ask that as well as you take, you also give and share with others, and not be selfish about it. So for me, I'm not glad that I went through the challenges, but I realized that those challenges were for a reason. And I wouldn't be where I am now. And so if I had to do it all over again, it would be differently. So I'm looking to inspire other people to say, hey, I'm not who I am where I am now. I want to be who I am when I create that for the future. So take that away and make it as your own. But no excuses is what we say. We call you out because we care. If we didn't, we wouldn't. So thank you guys.
Yeah, no, thank you, LaShawn. And you know what, you guys, we got like weekly support. Like it's always something going on within our community. Some you can join, some you can be a part of. That's what LaShawn is talking about when she say supporting community Monday through Sunday. As you see, we host a Juice show here, but we after this we got an intro, mastermind, mobile homes, like everything. Like, you couldn't even just imagine. This is very broad. So what you see here is just a condensed down version of a huge community that we're all a part of. So, LaShawn, thank you because you made
It's
people
10 o'clock.
you made people realize that I'm sorry, I got that said in the background. Hey, you made people realize that we all have challenges, but the challenges produce another part of us that we don't even know that exists. That's there already. That's your strength, that's your resilience, and your ability to be a blessing to somebody else through sharing your story and have you overcome that. Is huge for other people going through what they're going through in their life. So thank you for getting on here, being a jumping on the show, sharing your story with other people to show people that it's not so bad. It's not so bad to share your story with other people. And no matter what you've accomplished in life, like somebody is listening in, somebody's benefiting from what you have to offer. So thank you, LaShawn. We appreciate you being a speaker for the Juice Show, volunteering your time, greeting the guests, shouting out the people, being the voice.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And the other thing I just wanted to say was when, James mentioned about support, I literally mean that there is support 365 days of the year, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So, you can either talk to someone on the phone or get on the Zoom. There's somebody there to hear what you want to do and, guide you. We're all guides. I don't consider myself an expert. I consider myself becoming an expert guide tour, showing you where the information is. So thank
Actually,
you so much.
we do got a special person. We should give out his number in case you guys need some support. No, I'm kidding.
LaShawn just made me realize whatever strategy that you do, we got somebody that's doing that too. Your host, you have me and other people. Short-term rentals, we have me and other people. You do buy and hold. If you do a fix and flips, we got other people within the community. So whatever strategy that you're working on, you got somebody you connect with, and you can actually.
Right.
It's all about your challenge and thinking outside the box of how to solve it. Thank you.
Look at her. She's marketing in her own interview. She is marketing in her own interview. I was just listening to her like, okay. She is pulling for people. All right, LaShawn, there was definitely a pleasure. And
Thank you.
you are a ray of sunshine. You really, really are. We really appreciate you. I know. And just like you say, oh, look in the chat, you getting the hearts, you get the diamonds, you getting the love, you getting the hugs. They are zooming up. Look at you, girl. You all in the chat. Look at you. Look at all the heart, man.
Thank you
Everybody
so
showing up
much.
for you. Show up and showing out just for you. It's a pleasure. And just hearing your story again and you putting it out there. Kind of going through it previously, I got to know, and there's a lot of things I didn't know. I'm like, dang, I didn't know. I didn't know you were in, Renata so long before everybody. So you've seen a lot of people come and leave, and to touch a lot of people in the meantime. So once again, we appreciate you. We're gonna wrap up. So everybody get your guest onto the 10:30 Central, 11:30 Eastern introduction right after this. And let's go from there. Let's reach out and connect with some people. Look at all that love, girl. Look at all that love you getting. It just keeps going. So we're gonna wrap it up. You guys enjoy the rest of the weekend. Make sure, hopefully, we see you guys on something else that's going on today that we mentioned in the announcements. And once again, you have been
Juice.
Scholarship.
Hey, shout out to Reggie Say. He's in the building. I see you, Reg.
Oh,
Reggie.
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 Oh my gosh. Yes, Reggie.
Let's
So
see.
glad you are here. Thank you.
What's up, Reg?
That's my guy,
right.
Southside.
Prayers and shout outs
Southside.
to you, Reggie.
All right. Enjoy your weekend. Y'all have a good one, man. We'll see you.